Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man, aka Prophet Howard. Been in ministry 20 years, but I don't just talk about that. We talk about many things, and this channel is the Manosphere Masters. My other channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. You see what I'm getting at with both channels. It's time to pull up some weeds. And I ain't talking about the kind you smoke, nor am I talking about the kind that grow in the grass. I'm talking about the people weeds that's basically killing the growth of the manosphere and of men in general. I would call them, can't call them false prophets, they're not prophets. We'll just call them false manospheres. That's what they are. They false manospheres. And on this one, we talking about singling out black women. Now, I'm not going to take up for any woman. If I don't know she a unicorn, I'm not going to take up for her. But in this channel, like I said, we finna rebuild the manosphere, and we got to get rid of the false manospheres who just like this here. For your money. Give me that money. I ain't gonna help you build your channel. Just give me your money. That's all I want. Give me your money. I'll smile at you. I'll say shout out to, but I'm not gonna help you get your channel. I'm not gonna tell my subscribers to help you get to 1,000 subs because I don't want you to become competition for me. Again. The manosphere is not supposed to be a competition. The manosphere is not supposed to be a time where guys bash other guys. Oh, you're just mad because I look better than you. Oh, this goofy, weird stuff, man. Listen, it's a lot of guys on YouTube claiming to be players, pimps, game guys, everything. But then you see them acting like this. I told y'all, man, Milwaukee, Chicago, it's the real deal. In terms of knowing what a pimp or a player move like. So if you think I'm these other dudes that I can't see through what you doing, you just a person who knows how to talk. But yet you bash black women, and every time we see you, you with white girls. And it's not, look, man, white people are people just like us. You know, there's nothing against them. But y'all act like they the cream of the crop. Women are women, man. There is a woman in every race that's blowing out the women in the other races. Black ones, white ones, Latino, Asian. See, this is what the manosphere is supposed to be all about. The manosphere is supposed to be men of all groups. Now, you might have a black manosphere. You might have a white manosphere, but we come together and it's just a manosphere. Some of y'all is false manospheres. You done did things with men before. I ain't never did that. Ain't gonna do it. Listen, man. But yeah, and then here's another thing. We're going to talk about this on another video, but I'm going to mention it on this one. How are we listening to guys teach us about women that are under the age of 35? You only saw one type of woman, man. If you in your 20s, it's not that you don't know anything. I'm not putting you down, but your knowledge is going to be limited if you haven't dealt with women in their 30s, 40s, 50s, the ones that was in that era with Silk and Drew Hill and all them and all that music that was promoting the dating industry. And then when you could talk to a girl, when you talked on the phone with girls for hours, man, laying down, you go to sleep talking. If you don't know what it's like to deal with those people from back there, see, that's what made Kevin Samuels different. Not only was he from that era, but he went to a black college, if I'm not mistaken. That's the epitome for understanding women. Especially, I went to Jackson State. At Jackson State, you have mostly good girls. They wanted one guy. Then you had your campus freaks, which they weren't the majority. Then you had the in-betweeners, the ones that going from this dude, that dude, But most of those girls, they just wanted to find him a little boyfriend, hope he ended up being her husband, and some of them did. I went to school with people that's married now. I went to school with people that got married and got divorced. So if you 23, like 24, you might not know about this here. You might not know about this here. Sit down. Let me show you. Because I know about the girls from your generation. I know about the ones from my generation. I know about the ones that came after your generation. Sit down. Let's talk about it. I worked in jails. You don't have to see. Y'all think you have to be out there talking. No, you don't. You have to know people. You have to know what's going on. You might, that helps being in the field, as it's called. But when you know tons of people that's in the field, you know what's going on out there. They telling you this, telling you that. You got to understand, I worked with juveniles, and the staff here and in Texas were quite unusual. A lot of things going on. I done worked in nursing homes. I worked in the welfare building for a little while. Come on, man. I had plenty of what they would call red pill jobs. I got sisters. I got plenty cousins. My old guys that I used to deal with tell me stuff. I know what I'm talking about. Let me fix my collar. Hold on. I can see it in the thing. So, but when I hear you just pinpointing black women, or when I hear Cynthia G pinpointing black men, it almost seems like there's an angle. It's an angle. What's your angle? Because listen, guys, y'all need to stop supporting guys. I told y'all we finna clean up the manosphere. Stop supporting guys who bash only black women like they the only ones that's 304s. But then you see them with white women. You see them with everything else. You're not credible, man. I can't listen to you. I can listen to you for entertainment, but I can't listen to you. And I listen to everybody because I know how to eat the meat like they taught us. Eat the meat, throw away the bones. I know how to do that, so I can get something from you still. But in terms of me just pinpointing and be like, this the dude I'm finna be down with. This the dude I'm finna help. It ain't gonna happen, see? Because if you bashing black women, it's gonna make me think you're an agent if you're not saying the same thing, equal time spent saying the same thing about the other ones. Because I'm gonna tell you like this. Here in Milwaukee, the main difference between a lot of the black women and white women is income. See, if they came from richer families, it's not to say that they not 304s. They do this stuff too. But their background is a little different. They a little more like kittens. The black people like dogs. You know how they breeding the dog in the open? But they like kittens in the bushes. They doing the same thing. It's going unnoticed. I used to work here in UW, Wisconsin, Milwaukee, UWM. And I was a custodian. That was when I first came back. I had 2 jobs at the time. That was one of them. So when I first came back to Milwaukee in 2017, and when I was doing my area as a custodian, I was finding condoms all over the place. And in between washing machines, I had to clean the laundromat on campus. Condoms, right? Just all over. Empty bottles all over the place. Blunt rappers. Same stuff, man. It's just, oh, they do that? Yeah, they do it. Yeah, they do it. Yeah, they do it. You know how I know? Because I had, what was my area? Ground to 8 in Stewart Hall. And I was finding all type of stuff like, man, they ain't no different. I'm thinking like, man, they ain't no different. It's just everything black people do is like this. Like magnifying glass. Everything. And I'm not, trust me, man, I'm not the one that's gonna take up for wayward black people, wayward nigga. Not me. But I'm fair about it. See? And then this was funny. People be like, I don't mess with black girls. They too, SL, you know, fill in the blank. So are you trying to imply that they like another species? Because my eyesight, my mind, my intellectual capabilities, my insight tells me that XX is XX, which is why I say going all the way across overseas is a waste of time. And some of them go all the way over there to get drugged and robbed, and some of them don't get nothing. It's a waste of time. Like, that's you. If that's what you want to do, go right ahead. Y'all know I'm not one to try to stop people from doing what they want to do. But when you speak dogmatically about it, you're going to see me rise up. And I'm going to be right there. Are you implying that that's the way to go? It's not, man. I said this. I mentioned some known wayward women in the United States that I see y'all girls overseas and I still ain't seen one. Well, one of them, some of them all right. But I have yet to see many of them that look better than the 304s over here, like Brittany Renner, like I mean, it's y'all. You know what it remind me of? It remind me of when people want to move to another state, and then in your mind you be thinking that other state is perfect until you get there, and you see like, it's all right. It might be a little better. Or sometimes it might be a little worse. So I think I might put this on both channels. I'm not sure. Because some people, again, if I'm going to put this on my No Matrix channel, make sure you go over to the Manosphere Masters channel and subscribe. And make sure you especially hitting the like button when you watch the videos, because they try to blame everything on the algorithm. Me personally, I know it's them doing things sometimes. So make sure you go over there. Make sure you subscribe to the content. If you a woman, I don't know if you're gonna want to be over there. Because I'm not gonna be bashing y'all, but hey, listen, it's for men. It's for men. So if you think I'm gonna be one of these little panda bears, little CUCKs, it ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Then there's people online for that. So I'm watching Chris the Elder. What's his name? Chris B Info the Elder or something like. If I'm butchering your name, I apologize, man. I was watching him, watching a couple of his videos, and I subscribed. You know, and he said he's from Milwaukee, like me. So I'm looking in the comments, and the girl is just trying to bash him. Oh, you look like you got that. I already know who that came from, because if you look at who he was talking about, that's one of the little vignettes that probably be over there. Hey, y'all support who y'all want, man. But the truth is gonna get out. So if you don't want to be hollering like a hit dog, then why do y'all watch stuff that you disagree with? Cause this how you know you don't got no talking points. This how you know, like how she was trying to attack the man appearance. Listen, man, he from Milwaukee, so I know he got game. I know he know how to man, come on, man. I'm gonna say this. I guarantee you our black women here, like, I can't speak for all of them, but I'm gonna tell you some things. Our black women here, I guarantee you in physical fight, they can get with just about any state, any city's women. But also, I guarantee you this. I guarantee you we have more women that's worth a little bit of time and relations than some of y'all cities. I guarantee you that because of how a lot of them was raised. Now, Milwaukee is going downhill now, but it's still got a fair influx of, okay, not to be trusted 100%, but, you know, a fair influx of somewhat decent in comparison to y'all cities. And I know I'm right because I've been to some cities. I was living in Texas, seeing people from everywhere. I know I'm right about this. So when you get to bashing black women, you look real suspect. I'm not saying in a fruity hey type of way. I'm saying like you look like somebody is putting you up to it. Because when y'all hear me talking, yeah, I might have a video here and there specifically about them. But when you hear me talking, you hear me using XX, which is a woman's chromosome, so on and so forth. Because come on, man, they do the same stuff. Have you been watching? Have you been watching some of the content creators on YouTube? How it's a wide influx of different races, different backgrounds of women who doing the same thing. Putting dudes on child support, divorcing, cheating, disrespecting them, this, that. I mean, somebody just put up a woman, Asian woman trying to fight her husband. She was Asian. We know the stereotypes about them, but she was Asian. I mean, and it's all of them. That's why this don't make sense to pinpoint, especially if you gonna get on here, and I'm not bashing white women or nothing like that. I mean, they the same. Like, they got their superstars, they got their duds. They got duds too. Like, some of them 1 to 10, you'll say they are 2. I mean, they got theirs too now. Everybody do. But you see these guys bashing black women, then they with women who are opposite races that don't look as good as the women they talking about. You talking about black women, you in Philadelphia, and listen, man, your girl ain't somebody I'm gonna try to get with. You in Chicago, your girl ain't somebody I'm gonna try to get with. Y'all spread out all over the place, and y'all be bashing black women, but at the same time, the women that you supposed to be the expert. You couldn't get something that look a little more appealing than that. I mean, hey man, there's nothing wrong with, listen, I used to be the little pro black, oh, you gotta stick, until I start getting burned by people. And I got scorched enough to know that people is people and you judge people individually. That's how the Most High dealt with that stuff I had in my head, to show me not to be like that. You know, I done worked jobs where it was practically all black people, and you had 4, 5, 6, 7 of them plotting against you, talking behind your back, telling on you everything. So I learned that people is people. And then at the same place, you had the white people that they wasn't telling them, and they could care less. But it was still one who I started to hit him upside his head when I left. All that stuff he was talking, like he know what's going on in the hood. You ain't even hard enough to handle these dudes in here. Yet alone, you think you can survive on the block? Man, go over there. I'm predicting that this particular guy, I gotta fix my collar again. He talking stuff like he know what go on in the neighborhood. I'm trying to reach the kids. I'm trying to tell them true stories and then add a little bit in that will help them to go the other way. And this fool, excuse my language, little spaz moron was going behind my back telling them, oh man, he don't know what he talking about. Man, you is a suburban guy. You ain't never had to struggle. And if you didn't, you didn't. But don't try to act like you know what's going on in somebody's hood. Y'all better stop letting them weights make you think that you gonna win. I think he thought he's just gonna pick me up off the ground because I'm older than him. Man, you go down there to pick me up, I'm gonna be rib shotting you. I'm gonna be moving around. You gonna be like, man, is this dude really 40 something? You will find out the hard way. You think you gonna pick me up by my legs because you lift weights. This dude was so soft. He couldn't even run his unit, but was trying to talk about, man, don't listen to him. So when I left, I was like, yeah, man, yeah, you ain't got none of that stuff to say now. I don't work here no more on my last day. I said, what you got to say now? I said, yeah, that's what I thought. You just be talking. So I left. And people was like, he shouldn't, black people, he shouldn't have, he didn't even have to do that. Yes, I did. The man was acting like I'm making all this stuff up. I'm reaching the dudes. They listening to me. He comes in on the next shift trying to undermine everything I was saying. You gonna need more than them weights, man, for some people. I ain't one to brag, but them weights, you gonna need more than that. Oh, I take MMA. Man, I wish you would try to armbar me. I'm gonna bite your leg off. These dudes, listen, man, stay humble, man. Everybody stay humble, man. Stay humble. Cause a lot of people just be barking up the wrong tree, man. So this dude, like I said, and I'm only mentioning this just to make a point that people is people, judge people individually, and also to show people like I'm talking about today, there's no reason to just single out black women like they the only ones doing this stuff, man. Man, white guys getting hit with child support too. White guys getting cheated on too. Mungs, everything. Mixed guys. You try to marry these women, divorce is diverse. It's diverse. If you go down to our divorce court is downtown. You walk through City Hall, the courthouse, you gonna see people coming down in all different races from that floor. It's diverse. But people, black women ain't ass. Like you could say every white woman is. Like listen, man. You ever watch POR fill in the blank? Which ones was doing the animal ones? Mostly. Remember the animal ones from the 80s? Which ones? What race? Okay. I don't have to bet, but I believe that any of these amateur POR fill in the blank sites have more whites and Asians and other races than black. It's not to say that black women, they doing some debaucherous things. But the point I'm making is this in closing. If you singling them out, you have an angle. When you talk about women, talk about all women. If you got to go down the line, that's the only way you're going to be fair about it. Go down the line. If you got your preferences, we're not talking about preferences. We talking about people who refuse to deal with this group because of this. When the group you deal with do the same thing. It's a lot of people out there like that. I hear them on YouTube. Preferences, that's just different. We all got them. I got them. You got them. But I'm talking in terms of the black bash. So, anyway. And then, like I said, some of these dudes ain't never even been married, don't got no kid. You might know some things. That's why I still listen to some of these guys. But to me, the ones with, like for instance, he done start back making videos. I'm going to give him his props. Mr. Foreman. He been married before, if I'm not mistaken, and he got kids. See? And he's in his 40s. You 20-something, you tattooed up, you think because you be in the gym. The reason why a lot of older guys don't be always buff like that, because we don't got time to be in the gym like that. Most of us don't live at home with mama. We got to be out here working, eating on the go. I got a large level of muscle, but I ain't all muscle. So just kind of stop doing that, man. And okay, if you want to keep doing that, then we already know you not with us over here, because we woke over here. We matrix free over here. We know that XX is XX no matter where you live, where you go. So I get the white ones sometimes try to look like they, oh my God, she's looking at me. Dude, I gotta go here, man. This might be kind of nasty, but I gotta go here. Y'all don't all have what I like. I'm gonna say it like this. You'll never see me paying for a woman to get waxed. That ain't what I like. I think you can groom yourself and make yourself look neat without trying to be a little kid. And that's all I'm going to say about that. This is The Truth Man. This channel is Manosphere Masters. I'm also put this on my other channel, which is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. No Matrix. If you want me to talk, oh, hallelujah, oh, I never say nothing derogatory, you in the wrong place. Stop trying to put me with them preachers. You don't even like them either. All Subjects channel. Thanks for watching. We will see you guys tomorrow with more videos.